If it's a day called today, we're talking guitars and life. Let's get into it.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of TED Talks, Guitars, and Life. My friends, I hope that you're having a fantastic day, wherever today might find you. Time for the beverage. That's good. All right, my friends. Well, I thought I'd bring you in here. We have had a little bit of project scope creep. Now, project scope creep occurs when you have a perfectly good project, you understand? Oh, you got timelines, you got points and subpoints and spreadsheets and pie graphs, and you got some butcher block paper with everything laid out all copacetic like this is not that paper. Why, my friends? Why don't I have my project plan? Because, guys, we have hit the skids. Meaning Ted started making stuff up as he went along, Jack. Oh man, we have done a couple things these guitar necks. In fact, I was steadily working on these guitar necks, and I said, dude, man, you need to bring your friends in on this, Jack. What, you just going to explain it all? You going to show it to them? So, you may remember in the last video, I did copacetically, my friends, reshape the headstock of the Superman guitar. I also did finish that headstock with black automotive paint, which resulted in a serendipitous crackage situation, which I thought looked really cool. Unfortunately, when I wet sanded and then I put clear matte gloss on here, I don't know that you can really see the cracking as much anymore. That lighting is horrible, but maybe you can see it right here in this area. You got to hold your mouth just right to see it. But anyway, that headstock worked out just fine. As for the Batman guitar, these are, by the way, from the Six Flags guitars, you understand, that I purchased for 10 American dollars on the marketplace, and we're turning them into rock and roll machines. I did not reshape Batman because maybe that looks like bat wings. I mentioned Jade in the last video. I held the guitar neck up in a live before it was painted. I said, guys, what kind of guitar did this come off of? And Jade said, man, Batman. I said, dude, how'd you know that, Jack? And yeah, man, this suggestion is that kind of looks like the bat wing. So this one, I did try to do black stain as opposed to the old automotive primer. That did not work out very well. So we resorted to 2X Rust-Oleum primer and paint all in one black. And then I did copacetically put some clear coat matte on that. And so I had two guitar necks then. Guys, it's not perfect. I got some touch-up work to do, and I took the tape off, which, man, I should have had you guys with me when I de-taped all this. Man, it was a fantastic time. I'm sorry that you missed it. I'll try to remember to keep you involved more copacetically going forward. So you'll notice my bag, I guess, leaked. I got some that stain residue on here. So I need to figure out what to do with the Batman neck. Superman, by contrast, my friends, I've done a little something something. You remember that the black stain did not work out so well on the headstock of the Batman guitar neck. Well, guys, I did this. That, my friends, is black stain on that guitar neck. Now, if you hang on the channel, and oh, by the way, if it's your first time, welcome, baby. Come back anytime and hang out with us at TED Talks, Guitars, and Life. We got cool cats hanging out in the comments, man. And we get together every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, you understand? Come back anytime and hang out with us, man. We'd love to talk guitars and life with you, man. We absolutely would. Well, get back to the guitar neck. So I have one coat of black stain on this guitar neck. Now, as I was saying previously, those who hang out on the channel have seen me attempt to refinish guitar necks with, let's just be optimistic and super positive and call it modest success. Oh, it was disaster. Anyway, something about getting the right sanding level where guitar necks take stain and you get all the old finish off and all that is somewhat, well, we'll just call it problematic for Ted. So I did put one coat of black stain, and you can tell it's more of a grayish color, particularly up here. And guys, that's after sanding with like 220, 320, the whole deal, trying to open those pores up. So in this video, what we're going to do, I'm going to throw my second coat of black stain on this guitar neck. It has been several hours since I stained it and put the first coat on. The directions say wait 2 hours before a second coat, so we're going to do that in just a minute. And then I got to figure out what to do with the Batman. So yeah, I'm thinking sandpaper is going to be involved. Now, on Batman, will I do black stain? I don't know, guys. I'm making this up as I go along, man. This is all Project Scope Creep territory. Now, Jack, it's a free-for-all, you understand? Hey, somebody ought to write a song, free-for-all, Jack. All right, guys. Well, man, here's what I think you ought to do, Jack. I think you ought to run out to the kitchen, get you a bowl of Captain Crunch, man, some peanuts, some popcorn, some Cracker Jacks. Oh, man, I got me a Dr. Pepper Zero working for me, but whatever works for you, man. Meet me back at the workbench, man. We got some work to do, baby. Let's get into it. Well, all right, my friends, welcome back, man. What are you guys doing today, man? What you working on? You got any cool guitar projects, man? Hey, guys, all guitar projects are cool. Doesn't matter what you doing, baby. All right, let me get rid of the Batman, man. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of a big bad bat? Well, not this cat, man. Hey, I was telling my wife, I said, baby, if I had a little bit more coolness, I would get me a Superman sticker and put it right here. And then I would clear over that bad boy, man. A big red S right there. But I didn't want to be too cheesy with it. All evidence to the contrary, right? All right, guys. So it is time for the second coat of black. And one of the faux pas that I made. So initially I had the fingerboard all taped up on the sides. Well, that does two things. One is when I sanded down the neck to put the stain on it, I always have a little bit of a gap between the maple, I suppose this is made out of, and the rosewood board. And so I took the tape off so that I could sand, and then I copacetically put the black stain on. And so I've stained over my little fret indicators here. So I will be cleaning that up later. So don't, as my dear brother Chris would say, you don't have to worry about the fact that those are covered up. So I'm going to be dealing with that. All right. Well, it's time for a second coat of stain on this bad boy right here. It says on the can, not to sand between coats. So let me do a little Rick Ocasek here and shake it up, baby. Copacetic. Hey, man, I had a cat comment on one of the vids the other day, man. This cat said, hey, Ted, man, viewers play a drinking game while they watch your vids, and every time you say copacetic or Jack, they take a shot. And we all got wobbly knees now or something like that. I said, dang, man. Well, I guess I'm contributing to the party. I don't know what's happening, man. But yeah, copacetic indeed, my friends. Copacetic indeed. All right, let me get rid of this. So this black stain is kind of wild. You're going to see, man, it's going to go on and it's going to look super dark. But like all stain that you've ever seen me stain anything with, it just wipes right off if you wipe it off immediately and a little bit forcefully. So let me just do this, man. I've got a shop towel. I know I could buy a fancy. I actually have a couple of stain applicator sponges, but do I use them? No, I don't use that stuff. All right, guys. I'm going to worry a little bit less about what you can see and more about what I need to do. All right. Because, you know, man, I think the front looks pretty good. Can you see the cracks now? You see that? Man, I think It looks a little bit kind of like a snake skin, kind of a cowboy boot or purse or something like that. Yeah, man. I don't know, guys. I thought it looked pretty good. So you see how black and glossy that goes on. This guy's just willy-nilly putting it on there. Well, I am willy-nilly putting it on there. It's TED Talks Guitars and Life. You didn't expect professional grade stain application. Well, I kind of did. You have a YouTube channel. My granddaughter has a YouTube channel, and she's like 9, Jack. Relax. Actually, Ella does not have her own YouTube channel. None of the grandkids do. Guys, I have 9 adorable grandkids. My oldest grandson is in college, and my youngest is 9. And her mama live with us, my bride and I. All right, well, guess we're making short work of this, man. But yeah, man, I mean, having a YouTube channel, guys, it ain't that hard, man. It ain't like, the YouTube police come and make sure your stuff is quality or anything. Man, just by the way, guys, while we're just talking about guitars and life and I'm putting stain on the guitar neck, man, I so appreciate any time that you guys hang out with me on the channel, man. Special shout out to the Jack Pack, man. Our channel members, as it were. Man, I appreciate all of your support and encouragement along the way. And guys, just know, man, if you don't have the kind of funds to be a channel member, or maybe you just don't roll like that, Jack, I ain't mad at you. And if you spend any time at all with me on this channel, just know that I consider you a Jack. Jack. All right, making short work of this, man. Yeah. Well, how nervous are you? Well, my nervousness exists on many levels. It's going to be all right, guys. He's sure putting a lot on there. Yeah, I really am overdoing it. But if you hang out with me, you know that I tend to overdo things, man. I can hear Mike screaming from here. What's up, Mike? How you doing, bro? Yeah, man. Pray you're doing well, my brother. Pray you're doing well. Yeah, guys, man. I'm following our dear brother Isaiah, man. Some of you know him. I'll put a link to his channel below. He's been in the hospital, man. And if you're a praying person, man, or even if you're not, man, a prayer and some good thoughts for Isaiah, I know he would appreciate that, man. He is really having a health issue. It's has to do with his heart. That young man has suffered much in his young life, man. He really, really has. All right, guys, we have copacetically. Wait a minute. We have copacetically. Here we go. Oh, man. We have copacetically put our second coat of black stain on that guitar neck. So I'm going to wait for the appropriate time, you understand. There's about a 2-hour window from here for this guitar neck before I'll do anything else to it. And I'm going to read the instructions just one more time. Not going to try to do that and talk to you. That might be a little bit rude if I don't pay attention to you, understand. But I think I'm supposed to wipe the excess stain off somewhat quickly after application. And then it'll be about a 2-hour window here for drying. And then I guess we'll see where we are on the old Superman neck. In the meantime, maybe I can move this to the side and we can consider what in the world are we going to do with the Batman. Guys, I don't know, man. Anything can happen. I thought about taping it all up and spray painting it black. Ain't that something? Oh my goodness, what am I thinking? Dudes, here's the other thing I thought. Okay, tell me how wild this is. Put in the comments. So this is the Superman guitar, right? I almost, and I'm saying I almost, painted the headstock with that color shift green. Why? Kryptonite. I don't know, man. Is that super cheesy? Guys, there's a cheese factor here somewhere where one, I'm not trying to be cheesy, okay? I'm really not, man. But I just thought a bare, naked, maple neck looked really weird on that nice black guitar body, man. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I sure thought about that, man. I thought about putting a green headstock on this, man, for kryptonite. But then I don't know, man. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think, guys. And you don't have to tell me I'm crazy, because we already know. Okay, my friends. Well, you are clearly looking at the body of the Batman guitar. Why is this guy showing a body in a neck video? Hey, I'm getting to it. Anyway, I just kind of want to let you see why I'm painting things. So one, I think that looks better than a maple situation on that guitar. And the reason that I'm considering doing the back of the Batman neck as well is I just don't know that looks great, man. What do you guys think, man? Put it in the comments. Now, I'm going to have done the work probably by the time I see your comments, but I'm curious about what you think, man. I mean, on the one hand, let me see if I can get you down here. So I guess on the one hand, the fact that the headstock is black is pretty good. And maybe it's good enough. But I don't know, man. I just don't know what I think about that. I'm thinking I want to put a little bit of color on it. Oh, man. Do I really want to go out? It is hot outside. It's not as hot as Ubi's house or anything, but it is warm. Do I want to go outside and sand today? I don't know if I do or not, Jake. So I could sand it, right? And then I could either do the black stain, or I could tape up all the board again, and I could paint it black. I don't know. I mean, the colors. I mean, look. Does that exactly copacetically match? Man, I don't think so. Let me see what you can see in the monitor. Oh my goodness, it's a perfect shot of my dirty study. I thought it was a shop. Oh, come on, man. There we go. Okay, guys. So, I mean, you can tell the headstock doesn't exactly match the body. I mean, it's not as groovy looking. This is a very kind of a nice finish. Now, again, Batman does have this A in it right here that somebody has carved in that guitar body. Can you see that A right there? Hopefully you can. I can't see the monitor and hold the guitar up and chew gum at the same time. But you know what, guys? Let's do something while we're here, man. Let's just do something while we're here. Stand by. Give me a second. Well, guys, I was tempted while we were here to take this black automotive pen and try to do that. However, I remembered this being more etched in, and it's not etched in, it's just scratched. So it is possible that maybe I can get the scratch out with maybe some Maguires or something. I don't know. That's fairly significant. I don't know that I have the courage to do any wet sanding. So I guess we could just consider this a bit of character. Anyway, that doesn't have anything to do with the neck vid. I just thought since we were looking at it, I would remind you of the goodness that awaits us right here. And all right, let me put the body away, and then I'm going to go outside and do some sanding, man. I'll check back with you in a moment. Well, all right, my friends, you're looking at the Batman neck with one copacetic coat of black stain in the fast forward video. Man, I hope I captured that. I looked down a moment ago and my phone wasn't recording. Guys, I don't know what I captured, what I didn't. So outside, what I did is I started with 220 grit sandpaper, and then I went to 320 grit sandpaper, and then I wiped that all down with a little denatured alcohol, you understand? Brought it inside, let it dry for a minute, and I put one coat of black stain on that guitar neck. Now, my friends, we wait for the appropriate at least 2 hours according to the instructions, and we give it a second coat, Jack. And I think it looks much better than Superman already in terms of the application. So we'll go from there. All right, I'll be back. I'll be back. Man, don't do that. Well, all right, my friends, there we have it. So we've got the Superman neck, which has been drying with its second coat for quite a while now. And we did just apply our second coat to the Batman guitar neck. And guys, I think that I'm going to stop the video here. And here's why. What I don't know is, I don't know how to finish this. Okay, so it has stain on it, right? So what do I put on top of the stain? I imagine I could do Minwax paste wax. I imagine I could do True Oil. I guess I could spray it with clear coat. I really don't want to do that. I can tell you this. I learned this the hard way with the Superman neck. With the Superman neck, I was much further along in that process, and I thought everything was copacetically dried. However, I then attempted to put varnish on it, and the varnish took all of the stain off the back of the headstock, to the point that I had to resand the headstock and reapply the black stain. So what I'm going to do is, this will freak y'all out. I'm not just going to bull in a china closet, move forward. No, 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 no. We have a live tonight, folks. In just a few moments, I'm going to ask all of you, how do you finish a stained guitar neck? And I know I could go and watch 100 videos about it, but I'm going to ask you about it, man. I'm going to ask for your opinions tonight on the live. By the way, if you ever have time, Tuesday nights at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, why don't you come hang out with us at our next live, man? Lots of cool folks in the comments talking about guitars and life. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. You guys are the best.
As always, wherever you are in your guitar journey, man, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, Jack. Rock on with your best selves, everybody. Catch you down the road.